Hi YouTube, this is Maddie, the Empty Nest Scrapper, coming to you with my very first video. So, welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to give you a brief intro and a tour of my scrap space. I craft and scrap in a corner of my basement, and it is absolutely my happy place. So I'll give you a little pan around to see the rest of the room. Here is our seating area. Here's the entrance to our guest room and half bath. Beatles poster, big screen TV, stationary bike which I never ever use, entrance to our storage area, some photos that I absolutely love, stairs to the rest of the house, entrance to my laundry room which is really ugly, so I keep it covered with a curtain. If you were looking for a matchy-matchy IKEA room, you can switch to another channel now, because my craft space is repurposed furniture from around the house, as well as items that I just took to store some ephemera, flowers, random items that could easily be repurposed from different parts of the house. So I am a crafter by hobby, not by trade. I have no Etsy store, I have no eBay store. This is something I do purely for fun, and I hope you do too. I absolutely love watching videos on YouTube, and one of my favorite things to watch is room tours. So I want to first say thank you to all of the wonderful YouTubers that I've learned so much from. Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, a wonderful watercolorist, and a super sunny disposition. I just love watching her. Thank you to Sandy Parker with Crafting for Almost Everyone. She has some fabulous videos that has different techniques, lots of product reviews, and lots of cool ways to fix your mistakes. Just love that. I love having permission to make mistakes. Also, thanks to Lindsay for that, who always says, hey, it's handmade, it's okay. So thank you for that. Last but not least, I'd like to thank Jennifer McGuire. She has some awesome tips on some organizing of your space and your items. She is the queen of organization, and I really love watching her. So here's a quick little pan around of my corner. As you can see, it's small, and that really works for me because I can sit at my table and get to almost everything I own just by spinning around my chair. So I hope I didn't make you dizzy. There is the pan around of my entire corner, and I'll give you a little tour of how I store my items. So this huge coffee mug was a gift from my hubby, and in it I keep wood veneer words. Next up, I've got a photo of the kitties, a frame that I made because I saw this phrase on Pinterest and really liked it. Scrapbooking is a work of art, and I made it from one of those Michaels frames that cost $1. More pictures of the kitties. Here I have my first attempt at a mixed media item. The cover is mixed media, and it was an epic fail because, as you can see, the book will not close. So even though it says current project, in this adorable basket that my future daughter-in-law bought me. Current projects do not go in there because this project found its home permanently in this basket. Here is a custom needlework of my beautiful dog Lexi. Was a gift from my son for the holidays last year, and I absolutely love it. Here's another Pinterest phrase that I fell in love with. So there are these boys, they stole my heart, they call me mom. Again, I took a Dollar Michaels frame and made it up for myself. Of course, my boys are men now, but I still like the sign. More pictures, and here's my pink caddy. So I saw this item on a tour that I saw on a channel called Stellar Crafts by Pam. I could not rest till I found this item, and I purchased it at Michael's a couple years ago. It was $14, so with my 50% off coupon, I did snag it for $7. I did swatch out all the colors so I know what's in size, and it works perfectly for me. Next up in the cubby, I've got some more pictures of the kiddos, and although this says these are stamps and blocks, they're just stamps because I do use a stamp positioner and I put the blocks elsewhere. Next to it is my stamp cleaner scrubber. I tend to use the chamois because it's easier at hand, but the scrubber works fine as well. Down under, I have a basket of things to be altered, and when you open it up, it is things to be altered. Here are some bags, some wood pieces, all fun things to play with. So, way at the bottom, here's a telltale sign that I am a viewer of Jennifer McGuire's channel. This is a basket of embossing powders, and although she does not use Dollar Tree buckets like I do, inside I have my embossing powders, which have been labeled, and a spoon has been attached, and it works fabulously. What I learned, though, is that I could have purchased these little Dollar Tree items, which were 3 for $1. They're exactly the same, I think, and serve exactly the same purpose. Normally they're 2 for $1. I found them on special, 3 for $1. These I bought on Amazon, and they were 2 for $7. So I am kicking myself, but if this is a system that you would like to try, I would like to give you the benefit of my mistake. I may clean those out and use them for food and transfer my embossing powders into the Dollar Tree buckets. Putting that back, and next door at the bottom, more pictures of the kiddos and my collection of inks. So, thank you, Lindsay, the frugal crafter, who recommended the little memento dewdrops, which I use for most of my stamping. Here I have a couple of the Color Box rainbow inks that I like to use to make my stamping easily in a variety of colors. I do not have any talent, so I have to use tools. This is how I store my little memento dewdrops, and I'll open it up for you because I think the system works great. So here are my swatches, and as you can see, I have the full set. Here are the dewdrops. Here is the Tim Holtz tool that you attach a sponge to, and you can blend with the sponge and make lots of fun effects using that tool. I keep one sponge behind every one of my inks. I have a swatch sheet in each of the buckets, and it works great for me. Putting that back, I have next above 2 photo boxes, and in them is exactly as marked. I have paint items, brushes, sponges in the bottom one, and my twine above. Then I have specialty paper, my Inktense water pencils, and my Prismacolors behind. Up above, again, thank you, Jennifer McGuire. Here I have my glitter, and as you can see, I can see what's behind because I have them set on tiers. Next over, I have my bucket with mixed media, and when you open it up, you can see I've been collecting some mixed media paints, gelatos, different items. Of course, I haven't done any mixed media yet, but I plan to do so. Next up, I've got some hand sanitizer, and I'll use that to clean my stamps. Here is my second bucket of stamps, embossing powders, embossing folders and stencils. I will be taking both of these buckets and organizing them in sleeves. It's going to be a big job, but I know it has to be done. Next is my Stamp Perfect stamp positioner. I use it all the time, and unfortunately, I just broke the door. So I have been using it with tape, but I've ordered the Tim Holtz stamp positioner because I must have a positioner that works properly. Here is my dirty little secret. It's marked adhesive, and there is a ton of messy adhesive stacked in there for every crafter's delight. Here we are with more pictures of the kiddos, and I've got my Dollar Tree bucket marked foam shapes, and inside foam shapes. Next is a basket of flowers, and as you can see, I keep Ziploc bags of flowers. Also works fine for me. Bottom bucket from Dollar Tree. Again, I have it marked, and this one is just marked foam because these are not shapes. This is just square pieces of foam. Next to it, I have some cute little little colorful, well, you can see what that is. I have lost it. Can't think of what that is. Okay, more pictures of the kiddos, and here are my markers. So, here I've got swatched out my Tombos, my Zig Clean Color markers. I have not swatched my Sharpies, but I may do that in the future. And here's a set of alcohol Spectrum Noir, which I may get rid of because I never ever use them. Back to the brain freeze. Obviously, these are paper clips. Okay, senior moment. So, moving on. Next shelf up, I do have an unmarked photo box, but I know that I have my fuse tool in there. There is another bucket marked fuse, but I needed it for something else. When we get to it, it will be pretty obvious. Next up, I have my enamel dots and flat back pearls, exactly as it says, and I just picked up this adorable set of gems. So again, Thank you, Jennifer McGuire. Here are all my sprays, and they are all on tiers, and so I can see what's inside. Next to that, I have my 4x6 cardstock, and there they are. Just below that, more pictures of the kiddos. Here is the ribbon bucket, and inside I have a little bit of ribbon. It's all I need. I'm happy with that. Next up, I have a bucket full of punches, and that's all that I have. There's no more in the room. Moving across, I will show you my Tim Holtz ink. I keep it in a spinner made from cassette tape holder. I got that idea from Lisa E. Design, and hers came out great. Mine is only fair, but it works great for me. I've got my inks swatched and labeled and easy to reach. Here I have my Tim Holtz brushes, a spinner with tools. This is some cards that I've made for some of my crafty friends. We have a crop this weekend. It says happy birthday, and all good things come to those who craft. Have a happy day. I hope they like it. Beneath is my sticker storage, and I keep them in 2 iris containers. I've got my scrapbooking always organized by theme, because I scrapbook by theme. So these are all stickers that are marked and placed in Ziploc bags. I've got family, school, sports, baby, vacation, letters and words. Moving across, I've got some specialty paper that's like glitter paper, pattern paper, animals and nature, Halloween, celebrate, wedding and bling. Moving along, I have some markers on my table, a caddy with my tools, my ATG, brayer, brushes, some glue, markers, scissors. Coming around, there is my Fiskars trimmer. I absolutely love it. It works great for me. Under the table, I have my 2 crop bags, which I use when I go to crops. Next is my main work area. I have a mat, which every crafter needs. Here is a beautiful card sent to me by Sandy Parker. She was so sweet. She sent me this beautiful card just because I left a comment on her video. Thank you, Sandy. Love you so much. Next, I have some water, a little catch-all. I have my powder tool, little trash, adhesive, stamp cleaner. I have the coconut. Again, thanks Jennifer McGuire, and that's where I keep my stamp chamois. Here are my remote controls. That's my cell phone. I made that case. Another one of the things I like to craft. Moving along to the wall, I've got a sign. My scrapbook room isn't messy. I just have everything out on display. So true. Here are my Beatles dolls. Love them. My Easy Bake Oven. Love that. Here's my vintage Barbie from 1963. She talks. And over in the corner, I've got Elvis. On the shelf, I've got some 8.5 by 11 paper. My bucket of cameras that I no longer use. And here are my scrapbooks waiting to be made. Next over is my desk. I have some family photos, my laptop, my big coffee, some more photos. Only the top drawers are for crafting. The rest are for my real job in the real world. Here I've got my extra ink. Here I've got my paper. At the bottom, we've got some of the embossing powder plastic tubs that I wanted to show you. Some cleaning supplies. My little Xyron, my bigger Xyron, and at the bottom I have my laminator. Top here I have this cute little organizer, as you all have seen before, for my teeny tiny embellishments. This is how I'm beginning to organize my swatches. I've just gotten started. I don't have them all done, but whatever I have is inside. Hanging on the side of my desk is my heat tool, always plugged in, ready to go. It's a great tool. Top drawer of my desk is my label maker in here, and little baggies in here. Moving up is a store-bought wall of shelves, mostly flowers in repurposed containers. And here's a little birdhouse I painted from one of those birdhouses from Michael's that we've all seen. Now I've got some wood pieces, family photo, some foam pieces, flowers, more flowers. This I bought from a crafter on eBay. Family photo. Back up to the birdhouse. More flowers, yet more flowers, and buttons. So if you want to laugh, the flowers are in Hellman's containers and the others are in various food containers. Round the bend, if we go up, I have a matching sign, and it says, "I am not a hoarder. I just need a bigger scrapbooking room." Actually, this corner is perfect for me, but I do love that sign. Across the other wall are my diplomas for my day job, and at the bottom I have some wrapping paper. Coming around to the end, I've got my scan and cut. I've got my printer and scan and cut mat. At the bottom, my scan and cut tools. My cute little Sizzix purse and a little bit of printer paper. So that's it for my room. I'm just gonna back up and let you see the view that I see and that I love. I hope you enjoyed my little intro and my little room tour, corner tour, basement tour. So if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more from me, please like, subscribe, and comment. I can offer you only crafts that someone without talent can do. So if you have limited skills but love to play, please like, subscribe, and comment. I look forward to hearing from you. That's all. Bye, YouTube.